This is a double pocket page spread. The left is a 6x8 and the right is 4 3x4 cards. So one of my favorite pieces from the Wildflower and Honey Collection are these tags that come in the Ephemera pack. And the photo that I have, I was thinking that I could put it in a 4x6 pocket and then do something else in the other 4x6 pocket, but I really like the greenery above our heads and I didn't want to cut off our outfits on the bottom. So I decided to print it out. I think it's maybe a 6x5 or somewhere around that. And then I filled the top with all of these tags, kind of mixing them together. I just love how these all look together, the different textures and techniques used to create them, I think just look really fun together. So I'm just kind of feeling out, moving them around for balance and kind of how it feels. I have to just kind of play. This is why I like physically scrapbooking, because this is the kind of thing that's not easy or maybe just not very fun to do on the computer. I love moving things around and feeling the paper in my hands. I think that you get a better sense of what works when you can do that. Sorry for the glare on the photos there on the right. I'm still kind of figuring out what a good way to make these is without too much glare. So I'm putting a little bit of adhesive on them so that they stick down, but I don't put a lot of adhesive until I'm sure that everything's going to go right where I want it to go. It's kind of hard to tell, until you're really done. So then I went and trimmed off all the sides there. I love that chipboard piece that says yes please, and then I was looking for something to go there on the right. I also love that little holographic plus sign. I considered putting a little chipboard circle, but I thought it was a little bit too dark and I thought that what I had was enough. I also machine stitched on the top of the picture for texture and then also just to hold all of those tags down, and then I used a date stamp to stamp the tag there with a date. So as I was looking at the journaling piece, it just seemed a little bit too white. It didn't really match the rest of the layout. So I took a jelly plate, I put a little bit of the Vicki Boutin paint on there, and basically just made kind of a solid texture color there. And my initial thought was, I'll just do like a little bit of the kissing technique and then I'll put the chipboard and then hand write everything. But when I did that, first of all, I didn't wait long enough. So then when I was journaling, it was like a little bit wet. The paper was a little bit wet, but it still didn't seem quite right to me. It seemed a little bit too bright or something. There needed to be a little bit more texture as I laid it out and looked at it. So I take it apart again after I finish this journaling. The other thing is that I find that I do much more complete journaling when I type things out. So I decided to type out the journaling and also add something to the top of the card. So I'm doing some splatters there with a water brush blue marker, and then I put it down a little bit and just dip the card directly into the paint like that and then let it kind of fall. And I liked how that turned out much better. Then I was able to really say what I wanted to say with the journaling and tell a more complete story that I was a lot happier with. I really like how this turned out. I love this collection. I love all these colors. I love how they went with my photos. Thanks for checking it out.